Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing the first Shop My Stash of the year and I'm really excited to do so. But in today's Shop My Stash, I wanted to change up my makeup style as well, just because I don't venture out of my style that often and I wanted to dabble around with that a little bit more this year, just because makeup is so much fun. And since I'm stuck at home, why not venture out and maybe I'll find some new fun techniques or looks, who knows. But I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw this one from It's Hannah Uwu, O-W-O. And she does her makeup kind of like e-girl, kind of anime, and she looks so gorgeous in this and I just wanted to know how it felt to wear that kind of makeup. So I'll insert one of her TikToks in here so you can see what the vibe is. It's going to be muted, of course, because I don't want to be demonetized. Again, YouTube. So before I start picking out products, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. I'm first going to pick out my complexion products, and this one right here is jumping out at me. I haven't used this in a very long time. MAC Strobe Cream in Gold Light. For my foundation, I want something a little bit on the lighter side, and this one's catching my eye. The Cosmetics Cushion Foundation. And for my concealer, I woke up feeling like I wanted to use the Flower Beauty one. Oh, and I'm also going to take my under eye brightening stuff. For a powder, I think I want to pick out this one, the Charlotte Tilbury one. Oh, there you guys are. Hello! I'm for sure going to be needing Freckles, so I'm taking out my little Freck. This look isn't very bronzer heavy, so I'm going to go for this one just to add a touch of warmth, but nothing too dramatic. The Maybelline City Bronzer it is. I haven't used this in a while too. I kind of miss it. For my blush, I definitely want something powder because I'm going to be taking it up onto my eye a little bit. And I want to take inspo from that TikTok. The first one that comes to mind is definitely the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. This is like the perfect color for that, I think, because it's very red and blushy, like when you naturally blush. So I think this one's perfect for that. For my highlighter, they usually have extreme highlighted areas, and I need to pick one that is quite intense or one that can show up very intensely. And the one that I'm thinking about immediately is this one, the Nabla Skin Glazing. For lips, I'm going to pick out a few options. I just took out these ones from my new products that I've been trying out this month. I just keep this little box on my desk so it makes the roundups easier at the end of the month. So anyways, I'm going to try out these new Charlotte Tilbury tinted lip balms. I feel like they'd look really good for this look. I'm going to try this lip liner that I've been loving too, the ColourPop So Happy. And I'm also going to pick out a few other lips just in case. I think the Powder Kiss lipstick would be good for this since it's more of a diffused, blown out look. And I think I'm going to pick this one out. Oh, if I can grab it. This is the shade Devoted to Chili. I think it would suit the blush really well. And I don't think I'm going to need an eyeshadow palette for this look. It's mostly eyeliner, so I'm going to skip this and go straight to my eyeliner. So I'm going to for sure take my Melt Cosmetics Black Pot Liner. And I'm also going to grab a white pencil as well as a nude pencil because I'm going to mix them together for a brighter color, but I don't like the look of just white in the waterline. It makes the whites of my eyes look yellow. I don't like that look. And I'm also going to need a liquid pen to create like false lashes on the bottom waterline. So I'm going to take my NYX Epic Ink Liner. For my mascara, I don't really need one that's super volumizing or anything because I'm going to be applying some thick lashes. So I definitely need something that's going to hold on my bottom lashes, so the Cosmetics Pick Me Up. And which one haven't I used in a minute? I'm gonna use this one. It caught my eye. I love this packaging so much. I barely do this with my Shop My Stashes, but I'm gonna pick out a very fluffy pair of lashes. These might do. I'm gonna put those to the side. I want something big though. Ooh, these are kind of perfect, I think. I also have bottom falsies that I already picked out. So first things first, my hairstyle is a little bit too me right now, so let's change that real quick. I really hope that transition worked because I've never done that before. I actually really love how this looks. It's so cute. So the first thing I'm going to apply is the MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Gold Light, and I'm going to focus this just on the high points of my face just to add a little bit more glow. The scent of this product brings me back to makeup school days. Oh my god. A bit of that product goes such a long way. It has such a emollient texture. It just spreads so nicely. I forget how good this product is. So it just adds the perfect amount of glow and it's so see-through. So now for my foundation, I picked out the M Cosmetics Cushion Foundation and I'm using the shade Gentle Light. And I'm actually going to try it out with a brush today instead of using this little poofy thing. I'm going to be using this brush right here. It's the same brush as the one I usually go in with, the Moda Complexion. They just rehandled them and they have fun colors. I've never applied it with a brush, so I want to see what kind of results I get. This shade match is actually perfect for me right now. That looks completely flawless. I can't believe how well this stuff builds up. I was going to add another layer of concealer on my acne scars here, but they honestly look really, really good. I might not even bother with an extra step. I'm just going to quickly go over everything with my dampened beauty blender. I cannot believe how good my skin looks. I haven't used this in a couple weeks and like, why wasn't I? Because look how good my skin looks right now. So following that, I'm going to apply some of my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and I use the shade Light to Medium. And I'm just going to apply a touch of that with my sponge. I like to bring it up in here since I have a little bit of darkness in here. It's a little bit blue. So I like to tuck it right in there, brighten that whole area up. And it does a fantastic job and it's so quick. So now I'm going to apply some of my concealer, and I picked out the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Light L3-4. So I'm just going to apply 3 little dots to begin with. I'm also going to take some around my nose since I have a lot of redness right here right now. It smells like tequila. It might be expired. Proceeds to blend it under eye. I don't know if I've ever sniffed it deeply, this concealer, but it smells like tequila. Or honestly, hand sanitizers these days. To everyone who has this, does it smell like tequila when you take a deep sniff? Let me know in the comments down below. And if not, I shall throw. Now that I take a really close look to my under eyes, it does look a little curdly or a little separated under there. So maybe this has expired. So I am going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to add some of the Pat McGrath blurring under eye powder just so that it blurs that whole situation. But I'm going to be using this powder on areas of my face that I want to set. Now I'm going to grab this powder brush, and isn't this such a pretty color? I love this tone of blue. But now I'm going to switch over to my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. I'm using the shade One Fair, and I'm just going to apply some on my forehead here. So now my base is all complete. I'm just going to quickly jump off camera and do my brows, so please enjoy the brow intermission. Before we get into the fun stuff, I'm just going to quickly bronze my face a little bit just to add some definition. And I'm using the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 200. With these types of looks, they don't look like they wear a lot of bronzer from what I've noticed. Just on the nose a little bit to add some shape to it. But I want to add some definition to my cheekbones. And I think this one's a good one because it's quite sheer. So it just adds a little something without being too dramatic. So I'm just going to add some to my nose to make it even more like a little button. Just accentuate the little circle I have there. And I'm also going to bring some in this area right here with this little triangle where my eyebrow kind of shades this area, and I'm going to bring it down right here just so I have more of an expression. And I'm also going to bring some on the bridge, just a touch. So now I'm going to get into the more fun stuff. I'm taking my highlighter. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing in the shade Amnesia. And I'm going to place it intensely on the tip of my nose here. Same with my Cupid's bow. And I'm not going to apply any to my cheekbone because I'm going to be applying my blush where I usually highlight. I'm also just going to throw this in the inner corner while I have it out. So now it's blush time. And again, I'm going to be using Mellow Wine from Wet n Wild, just because I find that this is a good color for this type of look. This look would be super cute with the M Cosmetics Faded Clementine collection too. I just wanted to do something like her blush. So I'm gonna place it on my cheekbones and kind of under the eye with this all over blending brush from Milani. But quickly first, I need to apply a little bit of eyeshadow primer to my lids, because I'm also gonna be taking this blush on the outer portions of my eye. So now I'm gonna take my blush and I'm gonna pack it on right here first, because this is where it's gonna be most intense. And this is gonna look like you've got burnt or you have a fever. And it's also higher on the bridge than I usually apply my blush. I'm gonna place it right on the bridge here. It looks super intense right now because it is. And then I'm also gonna place this right here on the outer portion of my eye. Oh my god, this is so fun. So it actually turns out that I do need a little bit of an eyeshadow palette. So you can use any eyeshadow palette ever, just because I'm going to be taking this shade right here, as well as this one, just to define the crease a little bit. First taking half time from the Nabla Side by Side, and I'm just contouring my eye pretty much and adding definition up here, just a touch. And then I'm going to sweep this Rarity shade, which is a matte bone shade, and I'm just going to sweep this across with this fluffy brush so it's not too opaque. I'm honestly having the time of my life doing this. And I also forgot that I'm getting a very exciting furniture delivery today, and they have to set it up in my house. So I'm going to be sitting there like... So the final step of my base before moving on to eyeliner is Freckles. So I'm just going to quickly add a bunch of freckles everywhere. I'm using Freck, which is really easy to do, because you just stamp a few, and then you take your finger and you just do little stamping motions, and it creates a really nice organic pattern. Because sometimes when you're doing faux freckles, it's really easy to make them perfect little circles, and it's also really easy to make them evenly spaced. But by doing the little stamping technique, it helps to stop doing that. And I'm doing it a little bit more intense than I usually would, just because I want it to look a little bit more cartoony. My necklace is flipped. By the way, this necklace was my great-grandma's. Isn't it beautiful? Let's move on to eyeliner. So I'm going to quickly zoom you guys in. This angle is going to be very straight and almost downturned, just to make the eyes look a little different. And I'm using my Melt Cosmetics potted liner to create the majority of the liner. I'm going to take it from the outer corner right here. And I'm also taking it quite far. It's going to be very dramatic. I'm just taking this fine liner brush, and this doesn't go all the way into the inner corner. It kind of stops 3/4 in almost. I'm just going to try to diffuse the rest of that right here. And now I'm going to grab my liquid eyeliner pen using the NYX one. Actually, I'm not, because this one's quite dried out. I'm actually going to be using this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's actually a felt tip, which I don't really like, but look how inky and black that is. So I'm going to use this, and I'm also going to fix this because I want it to be a little sharper. So now I'm going to create little fake lashes, and this is kind of intimidating to do. That looks awful. Looks like a shark fin. I don't know. And now in the waterline, I'm going to add a little bit of this white pencil. This is from House Labs in the shade Aura. And this one's like really good. Like, it's insane. And I'm actually going to layer a little bit of this one from Tarte. This is the Fake Awake. Just because this Fake Awake one is not bright enough, but I also don't want it to be white because I think that it's not flattering. So I'm just going to quickly repeat this on the other side real quick, and I'll be right back. So here are both eyes almost finished. I did get kind of carried away and I did apply mascara, and I ended up just using the M Cosmetics Pick Me Up for the bottom and top lashes. And I'm also going to be using these really wild ones from Velour for my top lashes. They're called Can't Be Tamed. Here is the finished final look. I adore how it turned out. I think it turned out super fun. I had a blast creating this and experimenting with makeup. I want to do this more often, so if you see anything fun on Instagram that's completely different from my normal style, tag me or something, because this was so fun. I just love how dramatically different it makes my face shape look and how my eyes look. And I also really like this lip shape just for a more accentuated, more dramatic look. I love it. Let me know what you guys think of this look, and I'm really curious to know what my delivery guys are gonna think. I'm gonna be wearing a mask, so they're just gonna see these crazy eyes. So that is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it fun. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so very much. I'll make sure to link all of these products in the description down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.